Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Abhilash Marichi and I talk about data, product and life. In this video, I'm going to talk about how learning to code changed my life. I was not very happy when I joined my Bachelor of Technology course in majoring in computer science. This was a forced decision on me from my parents. This is very common in India. Your parents decide what you need to study. Initially, I felt very bad when I joined this course, but this turned into a boon in my life and it became one of the best decisions of my life. I fell in love with computers and software technologies. I was amazed by how this miracle machine runs, and once I started writing code, I felt that I'm invincible and I can do anything in this world. It gave me psychological comfort. At that point in my life, I was going through my lows. I wanted to join the best college in the country, but I was not able to get to it. I was going through a feeling that nothing is under my control. I had lost confidence in myself. I felt no one would support me in my lowest phase. I was internally struggling a lot, and during this time, I attended my first C programming lab. I wrote my first program to print Hello World on the screen. I don't know why, but I had goosebumps when I saw the output. Then I wrote my second program to add two numbers, and again, when I saw the output, I had goosebumps. When I felt everything is out of control, this one machine was under my control. Probably that is the day when I wrote the Hello World, I found my new world and new life. That sense of control which I found there started shaping my life. We all know that most part of our life is not in our control. We are not sure about the scenarios which we would face in this world. For me, coding every day gave that sense of control. I know most part of my life I cannot control, but when I sit to code, I just control everything. Once I started feeling that some things are in my control, I started feeling safe and secure. And from that place, I started being creative. I started doing experiments. This change while coding impacted every other part of my life, and I started being creative in every aspect of my life. It changed the way I think. To write a good code, you have to think like a computer. You have to understand what your computer understands, and inside that boundary, you have to write your code. This type of thinking, which I adopted every day while I was coding, impacted my other parts of life because I started thinking of what other people can understand. I started thinking what other people can do or cannot do, and inside that boundary, I started operating efficiently. After this change in mindset, I was able to collaborate with people really well. It made me more spiritual. The deeper your understanding of technology, you would be inclined more towards spirituality. It's just zeros and ones which is defining the entire world. When I say zeros and ones, it's low signal and high signal going through a processor which is doing some computation. That is the entire thing. Just using that, we have built so many things. We have built so many different kinds of computers. We have built so many different softwares, and we have revolutionized the human life. When you understand this aspect of how a small change or how a small thing can lead to a wave of revolution, you start understanding this, how small things in life can really change. When you spend time reading and understanding how this whole magic happens inside the computer, you will get a greater understanding of human beings and their thought process, because our brain is just a bunch of neurons firing signals at each other. After I learned to code, I started doing more. For me, seeing the results instantly was highly rewarding. I code for 20 minutes and I can see the result. I can just write few lines of code and I can see what is the output. It is so rewarding. The tougher the code, the higher the reward. Because any complicated code, you can break it into smaller chunks and then you can solve those small chunks, and every chunk rewards you. The feeling that you get when you solve that one piece of the puzzle is amazing. So when you have a complicated puzzle, when you start solving it bit by bit, the adrenaline boost what you get is amazing. While coding, I started imbibing this methodology of breaking the problems into chunks and solving it by parts. And then later, I started applying the same things into my life as well, because any complicated problem, You can just take it one day at a time, and you can just do one step at a time. So you don't really have to solve the entire problem in one go. You can just solve one step and then another step and then another step. Then before you know it, a complicated problem would be solved in front of your eyes. By coding, I got this approach imbibed into my life. I learned to learn by myself. When you start coding a lot, you will face so many issues, so many problems, which not many people would have faced. You might start trying to do which is something really new, and other people might have not done it, and then you might not have a solution for it. So then you will start creating a pattern of learning where you start building from the knowledge what you have, you start connecting the dots, and then you will start building a next level of thinking. Fueled with a lot of research and a lot of reading on a regular basis, it keeps your mind and thought process at a very different level. So I have seen that in myself. It gives you a unique ability to learn by yourself. Once you pick up this ability, you can apply the same to every other part of your life. So recently a 12-volt port in my car was broken. It was not working. So the same approach. So I just figured out how do I fix it. I just figured out how to do it, and then I just took it step by step, went ahead and fixed it. I have made that video. I will link that in the card above, and also I'll link that in the description below. Check that out too. So this is the way, like, you will start applying the same things to every part of your life, and then that kind of changes your life. I hope this short video inspires you to learn coding and then to build that type of thinking process of solving problems. I wish that you be the part of the solution and not be the part of the problem. Thank you for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and take care, stay safe, and bye bye.